the attack of Kobus Grobler and Mike Gillum, this despite a 5-minute lead at the start of the second day. The Uno is visibly faster through the cane stages, and Kobus, who is the brother of Hannes Grobler, shows good style on these tricky roads. Driving among the back markers on the long, dry stages proves to be a problem for the Toyota. Serge has consistently won all the stages, but on the 31-kilometre stage 15, Serge catches the car in front, which causes serious visibility problems. Seven off-road entries have now dwindled down to 4 survivors by stage 16. Leading this class are Cliff Barker and Mike Redden in their Land Rover 110. Serge continues his charge, winning all but one of the Canefield stages. Visibility continues to be a problem as he closes the dust gap on the cars in front of him.
Yeah, fortunately we're catching the slower cars. You know, even we got a 3-4 minute gap, we're still catching them on the long stage or 30 Ks. So that's the major problem at the moment, and I feel it's quite dangerous because I don't know what I would have done if I caught up to him.
At the Mhlume regroup, Hannes and Martin have a full 10-minute lead on Satwant Singh and Richard Leek. Kurz and Boshoff remain in third place, with the second Nissan now just 36 seconds behind. From the Mhlume club, the competitors have 2 stages in the cane fields before the long trek back to the forests around the Bunya Mill. Holding a very creditable 5th place overall in their front-wheel drive Class C Golf are Chart van der Walt and Cindy Harding.
2, 1, go. 150, turn, 90 left, onto tar.
Cindy and Chart have also chosen to use the pace notes. Cindy, the wife of Springbok navigator Steve Harding, admitted to be nervous of the notes at first, but the crew realized that once they were used to them, their pace had increased.
300, turn slow left, turn slow left, 200, 100, turn slow left, 150, flying finish.
Almost 2 hours later, under a darkening sky, the rally cars were back in action in the pineapple fields near the Bunya Mill. The positions at the front of the field were kept intact as the competitors settled in for 6 night stages. The Audi team of Sperre and Lloydel had found form during the latter part of the second day, the crew slowly getting used to the dry, dusty South African conditions. Serge and Vito continue to set the pace, winning all but one of the stages for the day. Their form has pulled them up into 8th position overall and within striking distance of the Audis, the Golf and the Ford Sapphire. Nuno de Cunha is a full 17 seconds behind his teammate and has worked hard to take 2nd place from Satwant Singh by just 1 second. Hannes can relax. It's his teammate Nuno who has had to work for his position.
We had a few problems at the beginning of the rally, and we lost about 9 minutes, moved us back. We worked the whole day yesterday into 2nd place, only to lose about 2 minutes with a wrong slot. We fought back into 2nd place. We 1 second ahead, and yeah, I think we're going to have a good fight to retain our 2nd place today, and we'll have to work very hard.
The first stage of the final day is the longest of the rally. The 41-kilometre section starts in the lowlands at Malkerns and works its way up through the young pine trees to the tall Usutu plantations. Kurzer has a 6.5-minute lead on the Austrians and is only 32 seconds behind Singh. Chart van der Walt has Smit and Damso gunning for his 6th spot. Over this distance, the Audi is itself in danger of being caught by Damso, who will no doubt do his best to take 8th place from Abe Smit. Serge's pace is slowed slightly by a misfire in the Conquest engine. Despite this, the Toyota crew close steadily on the Audi. Deep in the stage, we find the Ford crew on the road, minus their car. The Sapphire has skidded off the road and is almost totally covered with undergrowth. By the look of the accident, Roelof and France are lucky to be alive. As expected, the Toyota closes in on the Audi, but Serge is unable to penetrate the thick dust being kicked up by the car ahead and must back off for the last kilometre or two. The cars finish the stage one behind the other. Having started the stage 1 minute and 8 seconds behind the Audi, Serge has taken their position on the scoreboard and has now got Chart and his valuable 3rd South African place in his sights. The charge is still on for 2nd place, with Nuno just 11 seconds faster than Satwant Singh on stage 26. Sperrer has also joined the fray. With the Ford out of the running, the Austrians are now up to 4th place behind the Celica. Chart van der Walt doing his best to keep Serge at bay. De Cunha is obviously under pressure and has lost time to Singh on stage 27. Singh is working closely with the Damso team, pushing Nuno into making a mistake and thereby giving Toyota a chance for 2nd in the South African Championship points. The Austrian team are obviously buddies again. Their return to form making them very animated. Looking a little further down the field, Brian Loopstra and Dave McGregor keeping their Class B Opel Kadett together and currently occupying position 8 on the scoreboard. In 9th place, and now only one of 2 remaining Class D survivors, Cobus Grobler, Mike Gillum. Holding 10th place, albeit through their conservative approach, Spotty Woodhead and Jan Syme have moved steadily up the field from 23rd position. As the stages pass, so the pace hots up. This year's Castrol is what rallying is all about. Positions being fought for on every bend as the crews attack or defend their placings. On stage 30, Serge Damso takes the prized 5th place and the 19 South African Championship points. His fight back up the field, a truly heroic feat. In nursing their lead, Hannes and Martin have allowed the gap to slip from 17 to 13 minutes. By the end of stage 30, Nuno has secured a 35-second lead from Singh, who at this point, with just 3 stages remaining, is happy to back off and ensure a 3rd placing at the finish. Six minutes separate the Toyota from the Austrians, so Serge himself wisely cruises down this 26-kilometre stage. His work for the weekend now complete. With his privately entered Nissan team, Hannes has achieved on the Castrol what factory teams dream about. Using only their wits, skill and 12 tyres per car, Hannes, Martin, Nuno and Paul have achieved with true sportsmanship a fairy tale ending to this demanding event. The crowd and fellow competitors alike stand and applaud the true grit of a team who went out against all odds and won the 1994 Castrol International Rally on their own.
Ek dink die sentras het hulle baie goed van hulle taak gekwyt en ons is baie bly dat ons op die einde 1-2 kon gedoen het.
I think it was always my idea that we could win events and that we could as a team do extremely well, and I think we proved it today that the cars are very well prepared, the cars are very reliable, and I think everybody's going to be very, very happy with the 1-2 result for us. I mean, we are very, very delighted about it.
So the results stand testament to efforts of the 17 teams who made it to the end. A final word from the man who put it all together, clerk of the course, Dieter Koch.
Dieter, a great event with really a fairy tale into it there.
Oh, Rob, at the end of an event, it's always a strange feeling. You don't know if you're happy or sad, that it's over. But yeah, it's a great result. The privateers winning for a change. It's really fantastic. They drove very well. I'm really pleased for them.